Presidency of Yugoslavia, the Presidency of the Socialist Federal Republic of Yugoslavia Serbian, Predsedništvo SFRJ, Predsjedništvo SFRJ, Croatian, Predsedništvo SFRJ Slovene, Predsedstvo SFRJ Macedonian. Predsedništvo SFRJ was the collective head of state of the Socialist Federal Republic of Yugoslavia. It was established in 1971 according to amendments to the 1963 Constitution and reorganized by the 1974 Constitution. Up to 1974, the presidency had 23 members, 3 from each republic, 2 from each autonomous province and President Josip Broz Tito. In 1974, the presidency was reduced to 9 members, 1 from each republic and autonomous province, and, until 1988, President of the League of Communists of Yugoslavia ex officio. Constitutional powers. According to the 1974 Constitution, the presidency had following powers, representing the federation both inside and outside the country: commanding the Yugoslav People's Army, deciding on using the army both in war and in peace, protecting equality of Yugoslav nationalities, protecting the constitutional order, proposing a candidate for the federal prime minister, proposing candidates for federal constitutional judges, appointing the ambassadors and generals and admirals, appointing the National Defense Council, and if needed, also other agencies. One of such was Federal Council for Protection of the Constitutional Order, giving quarters and awarding state decorations. The presidency had 8 members elected by parliaments of each republic and autonomous province and proclaimed by the Federal Assembly of the SFRJ. The 9th member was president of the Presidium of the League of Communists of Yugoslavia. This ex officio membership of the LCY leader was abolished by the constitutional changes in autumn 1988. The mandate of the presidency lasted 5 years, so the 9-member presidency was elected in total 4 times in 1974, 1979, 1984, and 1989. Until 1980, most of powers of the presidency and control over the country in general were in fact exercised by Josip Broz Tito, who was president of the republic for life. After his death in May 1980, his office stayed vacant and the presidency began to function according to the Constitution. Sometimes, the presidency held its sessions in an extended composition. Besides the members of the actual presidency, in such sessions took part following officials: Chairman of the Federal Assembly, Chairman and Vice Chairman of the Federal Executive Council, the government, Federal Secretaries, Ministers of Defense, Interior and Foreign Affairs, Chairman of the Federal Conference of the Socialist Alliance of Working People of Yugoslavia, and Chairman. The extended presidency wasn't grounded in the Constitution and couldn't itself adopt any decisions. Post-Tito period. Tito, as a president of the Republic, was ex officio chairman of the presidency. After his death, a new chairman of the presidency was elected every year. The order of rotating of the members on the leading position was agreed in advance, so this annual election was a pure formality. The rotating system jammed only in May 1991. Stipe Mesic, representative of Franjo Tudman's new Croatian government in the presidency, was about to become the chairman, but wasn't elected due to opposition of a half of the presidency controlled by Serbian leader Slobodan Milosevic. The top state office of the disintegrating federation remained vacant until 1 July when Mesic was finally elected. Only 1 year after Tito's death, Yugoslav leaders had to face violent riots in Kosovo. On 2 April 1980, when the presidency under chairmanship of Srđan Mijatović declared a state of emergency in Pristina and Kosovska Mitrovica, which lasted 1 week. The presidency declared the state of emergency again, that time on the whole territory of Kosovo, on 27 February 1989 under chairmanship of Raif Dizdervić, when even more serious disorders in Kosovo broke out. For the 3rd time in post-Tito Yugoslavia, the state of emergency in Kosovo was imposed by the presidency in February 1990. The composition of the last presidency elected in May 1989 reflected both approach of political pluralism in some parts of the Federation and the beginning of agony in Yugoslavia. Janis Djarnosek from Slovenia and Bajic Majizvek from Bosnia and Herzegovina were elected in direct elections held in their republics. Representatives of Serbia, Montenegro, Kosovo, and Vojvodina, i.e. half of the presidency, were acting under de facto control of Slobodan Milosevic. Stipe Suvar, Croat representative of strongly pro-Yugoslav opinions, was in October 1990 replaced by Stipe Mesic nominated by Croatian government. In summer 1991 Mesic and Djarnosek, regarding their republic's independent, ceased to attend sessions of the presidency. They were followed by Majizvik and Vasil Tuperkovsky from Macedonia, so that the presidency de facto ceased to exist, although the members from Serbia, her provinces Kosovo, and Vojvodina and Montenegro continued to hold sessions until 1992. Composition 1971–1992. Members. List of members of the Presidency of Yugoslavia.